What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's Kyle. It seems like I don't make any videos unless they're working on the car, and it's not normally stuff that I want to be doing. So, went to the track yesterday. I was going to do like a little track video. This is what happened. This is how the car was doing because it seems to have been doing pretty good here lately. Um, well, that didn't go as planned. Made a few decent passes. Went on the last pass. I made four all together. Went and turned it up on the last one to about 15 pounds. And car felt good, left good. I could definitely tell it was the fastest pass of the day. Went around, got my time slip, saw it, was happy. Was happy and sad at the same time because I know there's more in the car. Something was up. So I pulled back around to where I was parked and noticed some smoke coming from under the hood and was like, what the? So popped the hood and right here, which this is why we're sad, but my Motion Raceworks catch can had oil. You can still see a little bit down there in the filter. Had oil on it, was puffing some smoke. Vent can right here, or vent lid on the breather was smoking also, which we know what that probably means, which is where this guy comes in. So now we're gonna do the good old little compression test and see what's wrong this time. And I don't know what the actual problem is, what's going on. I'll go ahead and show my time slip since I'm doing that now. This was a pass on wastegate. Wasn't worried about reaction time, but cut a decent light. Terrible 60 foot. The car spun at mile per hour. Good. Wastegate's about, I think it's a 7-pound spring. So the car will spike and then regulate back down to 7 pounds throughout the pass. So like in the logs, you can see where the boost comes in and it spikes over to, I think, about 12. And then as it's going through the pool, the wastegate's bleeding the boost off. So it's getting little spikes in there, but that's the lowest that the car can be ran at. Which what I wanted to do was this. I wanted to get the car back in the 10s again because in better air, when I first put this together in, I think January, I had ran January or February, which that was with the fast intake, and this is the Brian Tooley, which that's been a whole nother thing. But anyway, so I got the car back in the 10s, 1092, 127. Really happy with that, especially on wastegate. Cut a 156.60. Should have definitely been in the 6s and the 8th. For one, with the mile per hour, and two, on that pass, I hit the limiter in second and third. I had been having a problem short shifting the car and not keeping up with revving it out. So obviously on a turbo car, any car for that matter, but on a turbo car, it really matters because you've got to keep the turbo up in boost, and whenever you shift, the lower it drops. It's got to spool back, blah, 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 blah. So I was making a real conscious effort to rev the car out. I raised the limiter to, I think it was 72 or 7,300, raised my shift light to 7,000, and I swear I never hit the limiter, and I confirmed it whenever I looked at logs. The highest the car saw on RPMs was 6,900, so I'm still kind of lost why it was hitting a limiter or popping. Was showing no knock or anything. I mean, it's only 85, so obviously that's harder to detect. But anyways, so I made that pass, 10.9, 127, felt real good, wastegate, I was happy. So I went ahead and turned the car up to 15 pounds, which I've had it on plenty. That's what I dynoed it on before. Should be around 750 horsepower or so, give or take. Well, went around. I was leaving at 5,000 RPMs, and the car was hooking and leaving good. Well, it cut a 149 60 foot, which is almost. I either cut a 148 or a 149 before, so I was real happy with that. Did a 6.7 at 108, which 108 is off of the best mile per hour that it's done turbo. So obviously, I have some left. 1040 at 136. I mean, it picked up, it only picked up 10 mile per hour. But somewhere along that pass, something happened. And that's what I've got to look into now, which means I've got to do some testing. I'm going to either do a little time lapse or just stop whenever I find what's wrong and go from there. But I've been rambling long enough on this. Let's go ahead and get started. Well, just got done checking. I didn't do a time lapse or anything because I just wanted to get it done. This was from, I thought something was wrong with the car a little while back. Let's say a month or two ago. And I did this, so I have a reference right here, right off. These numbers are a little bit different. I don't know if the battery was a little weak this time, or it is colder now here in Georgia, especially tonight, overnight. But you can see right there, the big old boom, 40. And it was 190. So there's the culprit. Found it. Now to decide what to do, because this will be the third time tearing into it if I do it again. Or I don't know. I'm looking at a couple different options. I obviously have a 6.2 aluminum block I really want to build, but the money is a lot higher to obviously do that. Yeah, it would be done and be done right. So just trying to swing that amount of money right now is not in the cards. So I'm gonna mull it over and see what I come up with. But that'll probably be a different video. But yeah, so a little short update video. Hopefully I figure something out and can get some news back out there. But yeah, it really sucks. Wasn't that bad. I probably did this in 30 minutes. People, talk stuff about change. I mean, all the plugs are back in on this side. I mean, I got that one wire hanging, but I got to put the back plug in on the passenger side, and then I can put wires on. I mean, in 45 minutes, you can completely do this. I'm still taking my time, was texting and, playing music on my phone, skipping songs and stuff. So it's not really that bad, just not really something that you want to be having to do. But appreciate y'all checking in and watching the video. Like, subscribe. I'm going to get back on it. I'm going to start keeping my content rolling even with this issue going on. I'm going to kind of I'm going to do some videos like with this flex fuel sensor and some of my other stuff on the car that's not unique to this car, but is more than just your average stuff. So I'm going to try to do a couple shorter tutorial videos, on some stuff like that. But appreciate y'all checking in, but hopefully the next video will be a little bit better. Thanks. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Well, took the radiator cover off, but that's no biggie. Guess if you watched the last video, we got a down hole on this side. It's the second one back. Gonna just go ahead and pull the motor. Not really what I want to do, but I guess I am planning to pull it from the top. Don't want to drop the K member and all that stuff if I can help it. I'm going to pull the radiator and everything, and should have enough room once I get it out. I know a lot of people do it this way. A lot of people drop it from the bottom also, but I'm not wanting to drop the K member and everything if I can help it. I'm probably going to end up pulling the hood off just to get it out of the way. But this is the start of the teardown. So be checking in as I'm progressing and go from there. All right, checking in. Got the intake manifold torn off over there by my cage. I hadn't never put in. Valve cover, push rods, coil packs and stuff up there. Got it torn apart. I've got the head ready to come off. I just need the socket to fit that. 1/2 inch, 12 point. So I'll pick one up tomorrow. Good old Harbor Freight. Got it pretty close. I'm trying to decide on if I'm still tearing it all completely down and pulling the motor, if I'm just going to patch it back and turn the boost down to just to survive some. But I'm not sure yet. Not a lot of room working right here, but making it happen. So I'll check back in once the head's off. Alright, one last check in. I went ahead and tore everything out. This is the piece that used to represent that up there. Might be a little bit more that I'm missing in the pan right now, but yeah, this cylinder still was making 175 PSI compression, so I didn't even think it was bad. This one, on the other hand, some good old cracks right there. It didn't completely blow it apart like it did before, but definitely got it. So we'll get this thing back together and try to keep moving along.